Awesome. Well, I appreciate you joining me today. First off, I just like to ask you, what do you feel like through those first two games of the season that you really learned about your team?
Um, well, the first game, you know, I thought those guys, they had a lot of fight in them. I knew they had a lot of fight in them. So that was good to see that we can play a full game even through adversity. Those guys wasn't going to give up. They were going to keep playing through whatever was going on, and a lot of turnovers that game by us. I felt like we don't turn the ball over, and we have a great chance of winning that game. Not to take anything from Warrensburg, but I felt like that day we were with minus the turnovers, we were a better team.
What do you feel like through those first two games? Do you feel like you picked up more of the identity of this team, or is that something you'll get more and more as the season goes on?
And so the first game I felt like that you know we were on track with our identity. The second game I thought we got away from us a little bit, trying to felt behind, undercut a interception that kind of sparked everything. Um, didn't run it in on the one, just not a good decision by me to kind of try to throw that. I'm gonna blame myself for that one, and just really got out of ourselves at that second game. And I guess as a first year head coach, I need to really, that what that taught me, that second game taught me is to make sure that I stick with our identity and do what works for us, and do things that works for us, and then play off of us as well, and don't put ourselves in a box when teams kind of got to beat on us a little bit.
Well, what do you feel like was, kind of going off that the most important thing for y'all to work on this week?
Just really go back to the basics, and do what we're good at. And then, when teams seem like they know what we're going to do, and have a beat on us, just to make sure we have a plan B and C and D and things of that nature, but not get out of ourselves. Just play within ourselves.
What can you tell me about Ethan Wood? He seems to kind of be a spark for that offense at times.
Oh yeah, yeah. When he gets going, he can be a problem. Like he's a really good back. He's really tough minded. And as the game goes, he goes. And if we feed him enough, he's gonna punish some people. He's gonna make people not want to tackle him, and then we can work some things off of him. And that's what I mean by staying within ourselves. As he go, then we can kind of play off of that situation more.
It's funny. I was talking to Cedric ahead of this because I'm obviously talking to him today too, and he found out when your interview was. He said he was going to blow up your phone to mess up your interview. Well, he wanted to make sure I told you that. Kind of tell me a little bit about coming back to Columbia, and I'm sure you have a relationship with guys like Cedric as well.
Oh yeah. That's my partner. We usually send each other songs before we play each other when we're out at Rockbridge. So I've been searching for a song here to send him, and we just it's all in fun, man. Our relationship goes way deeper than football, but we just make sure we have fun during these times. We like to compete, and we like to talk about it afterwards. So.
Are they kind of funny songs, or are they like more competitive ones?
It's funny. It's more competitive. It's more competitive songs. It's like it's subliminal talk noise type songs, and we just send it to him. And he's like, "You sit that one, watch this one." Like it's funny games.
Well, looking at his team, what's some of the initial thoughts you have on them, and what have you guys been working on for Hickman?
I just got off the phone with him. I was like, I hate the fact that you have a good running back and a linebacker. So I know that I want to win this game, but I'm really happy for him in the direction he got that team moving. It seems like they found their identity. And I know the record doesn't show, but those guys really play hard. They're young and they play hard, and they got some weapons, like like 21, the running back, and they got a nice linebacker that can make plays for them, and they got some receivers out there that really can get to you if you let them. So we really gotta play sound football if we want to beat these guys, because they play assignment football out there.
As far as their offense, is that one of the big things you're looking at, stopping the run?
Definitely, I feel like we have a chance, a great chance to win if we don't let 21 get off. If we can contain him, I think that we can kind of shorten up their offense there. And it's the same with us, but we feel like that. I feel like we got the guys that can kind of contain him and keep him down. If we can keep him there, and bottle him up, I think that we have a great chance of winning.
What do you think, the first win of the season will mean to this team? All the hard work they put in for you, a first year head coach as well.
It would, it's kind of build morale. You get them believing in themselves. We got such, I think, such a good team, and they just need to crack that mode and win early in the season to get them going. I think if we can get a win, I think it'll propel us to kind of believing in themselves. You get off the ball a little quicker, practice seem a little funner if you can get a win earlier in the season and not have to wait and kind of, because now 3 games in the season and we're thinking that we're okay, and then we get a couple injuries and then we kind of lose a couple games and you kind of, are we that good, or are we okay? And that mind strikes back. So as a coach, you got to kind of not get hard on them, but kind of make practice fun a little bit and really get back to the basics and kind of stay with the basics and run it and have them feel confident about what we're doing.
Finally, obviously the goal is always to win, but what do you feel like is another attainable goal that you hope your team can reach this week?
Just get in the game and be competitive in a game. And, like week 1, I felt like we were working towards and then you like, the fumbles got us in that last game. It was like, man, we never could really get in the game. So, I'm hoping for a win, but if we're competitive, that's something to build off of. And we're doing the right things and being competitive and things of that nature is really something to build off of. You just don't want another game that you felt like you was, kind of the score got away from you.
Well, I appreciate your time, Coach. Good luck this week. Looking forward to seeing you guys out there.
I appreciate you, Ms. Jones.
Have a good one.
Yes, ma'am.